Hello my PC students. This next assignment, I've already got it saved on my screen so you can do the same thing. Open up the file called XX Assisted Living and save it in your folder. I didn't put the zoom up because we got a long place to stretch or to roll down here, so I didn't bother making it any larger for you. Okay, so first of all, we want total revenues in H84. Alright, so H84, check my name box, and I want to put in total revenues. Okay, and so therefore I want to go up here, and here's my revenues column. Alright, so I'm going to put in equals sum, and I'm going to highlight from the bottom of the column right up to the top. And right there. And there we have our total, $3,713,875. Okay? Alright, and now the next one we want to do is we want to use a sum if statement to create a formula that totals the revenues for independent care only. Okay? So I've got a cell here. Revenues independent, so we're going to put in equals sum if, only one criteria, and our criteria is independent. Alright, so then that means that we have to select from E13 down to E82, okay, comma, and now what is our criteria? Our criteria is independent, and remember, it doesn't matter which one I choose as long as I choose one, comma, and it says what are we going to sum, and it says revenues. Okay, so my sum range then is all of my revenue column, and there's the end of my revenue column, and press enter. Alright, I'm going to click here, grab my paintbrush and paint this one to match, and we had $887 and $887,525. Okay, so now revenues Midwest, basically the same thing again, so equals sum if, open your parentheses, the range to evaluate is our care type. Oh, just a minute here, no, I'm looking for Midwest, so I've got to be down here in region. Okay, so I got to evaluate my region so that I find the Midwest. Okay, and so there's my range. Alright, comma, my criteria is Midwest. Remember, as long as I select one, that's good. And then comma, and now I want my sum range, and the sum range said they wanted the revenue. So once again, I'm going to select all of my revenues and press enter, and again take my paintbrush, click on format painter, and now I have $1,659,600 for its revenue for the Midwest. Alright, now for room south, it said use a sum if function to create a formula that totals the rooms for the south region only, totals the rooms. Alright, so we want to say equals sum if. Okay, we want the south, so we've got to evaluate the south, so therefore I've got to go from D13 down to D82. Okay, that's my evaluation range, comma, and I want south, so I've got to select south. There's a south, comma, and now this time I want the total number of rooms, the sum of the rooms, so my range to sum is the rooms. How many rooms have we got available for the south? Alright, press enter, and we got 785 rooms available for the south. Now I'm going to put accounting. See how this doesn't line up exactly? So I'm going to right click, go to format cells, choose accounting, but I want no $, and I want 0 decimal places. Now do you see how it lines up? So always be aware to check that. Alright, so save it for me. Go Control S to save. And now we're going to add a comment in cell D8. Okay, D8. So here's D and here's 8. All right, so we're going to right click, go to Insert Comment, and we're going to take out the Winnipeg School Division, and we're going to type in, this is a very important report. Very important. Oh, look at what I did. This is a very important report as it sets precedence for all further funding. Please read it carefully. Okay, so now I'm going to make our box a little bit bigger here so it doesn't interfere with our text. And I'll size it down here. Oh, that's too much. I can't see carefully properly. All right, and remember we could right click on here on the frame. Hold on here. Once I get to the frame. Okay, right click, format comment. And now the font will go with bold and italic, and you could choose any font that you wanted. It doesn't matter to me. Courier's an old font, I wouldn't choose that, but maybe I'll go with Chiller. And I'm going to make it say size 12 because Chiller I know is a small font size. And I'll put a font color in, maybe red. And colors and lines, change the sticky note to, I'll say light blue. And we'll put a line style on, maybe dark blue, and weight, we'll make it 1 point. And this time we'll use dashes because we haven't done that for a while. And say OK. So as you can see, it's very small. Okay, so I'm going to go back in, right click, go to Format Comment, and I'm going to go to Font, and I'm going to make it size 14 because it's just too small. All right, so now we're going to make this, drag this out a bit, and there we can see all of it. I am also going to pull it over here so that it's not interfering with any text. All right, now when you click off, the comment hides. When you go on, it shows. If you want it to stay on, you right click and you said show hide comment, and now it's going to stay on the whole time. If we go to File Print, here, you don't see it at this point in time, but if we go to Page Setup and we go to Sheet, then we can say Comments as displayed on Sheet. All right, and so there. Now this won't look good, and we've got, let's put it back to Landscape so that we can see what it's going to look like, and say OK. All right, so there's our landscape, and we've got 3 pages, and there's not much we can do about that. Okay, and what percentage are we at? Our percentage is 90%. Well, we won't fit it to 1 page, but we could possibly put it down to 80%, and let's see what we get. Now we get 2 pages. Okay, that's reasonable for the amount of data that we have. Here's our first page, and here's our second page. However, I don't want you to print all this because we don't need to see it. So I want you to go back, and you're going to select only these 8 cells. All right, and you're going to go to File, and you're going to go to Print, and you're going to say not print the active sheets. You are going to say Print Selection. So the only piece you'll be printing is this piece. Now make sure your headers and footers are on here because otherwise I won't know whose it is. All right, so that's how you would print a selection. So you said Print Selection, but you have to select it back here first. And the same thing if you showed your formulas, then you would still select this, and you're going to go to File, and you're going to go to Print, and you're going to say Print Selection, and you're going to see this piece only. Okay, that's good. That's all you had to do there. So we will save your work. So go Control S to save, and we'll stop there.